What's up? What's up? You are now listening to the Limitless Experience with Eric. Thank you for tuning in. Just like last week, I got my crew with me again to do the recap for Raising Kanan.
Hi, this is Tiffany, and on Instagram, you can find me at Hypnotized2.
Hi, this is Kim. You can catch me on Instagram at Mrs. Lola. That's at MIZZEZLOLA. And I am a huge fan of the Power franchise.
I am Deron Butler. You can catch me on Instagram at I am Deron Butler. One word.
What's up, y'all? My name is Leon, and my Instagram is Leon Noir SR, LeonNoirsr, and I'm also an avid Power fan.
Yes. I think we all are. Today, guys, I would like to start with Jukebox. Are we happy and excited to see that her and Nicole got back together?
I'm happy about it.
I'm all for it.
I had no idea who it was ringing her doorbell, but when I saw it was Nicole, I'm like, that's good. That relationship is solid, you know. Nicole made an effort to come see her, and, it looks like everything is good for now with them. But, some things happen in here that, I wasn't too happy with Nicole.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys...
I think I'm on the same page with that.
Yeah. Did you guys see what movie she was watching? What movie Jukebox was watching? It was really brief.
I didn't catch it.
Was it Die Hard?
Yeah, she was watching Die Hard, a cop movie.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. I totally missed that.
Yeah.
Foreshadowing?
Come on, foreshadowing.
It was a couple of things that foreshadowed. So is Detective Burke, Detective Howard's partner, she's gay, right?
Yeah, I think that's what she insinuated.
That was the reveal, right?
Yeah. Yeah, she's totally trying to relate to Jukebox, to kind of make her feel comfortable if she ever wants to talk about anything. So I think she definitely used that as leverage.
Right. And that may also be some type of catalyst for Jukebox becoming a police officer.
Ooh.
That's true.
That's very true. That's a good point.
Yeah.
That is.
I realized that I watched the show actually 2 times, because you don't catch everything the first time. So I watched it again and I'm like, yeah, something is that. That's not going to be the last time Detective Burke talks to Jukebox.
Yeah, and the funny part about that is I watched it at 5 this morning because I missed the midnight viewing. Mm-hmm. But I kept pausing and rewinding certain spots. I was like, that seemed like a little bit pertinent information.
Exactly. Like in the very beginning, but we'll get to that when Kanan was looking at the gas station when he was helping Famous put the signs up. There was something there too.
Right.
Yep.
But back to Jukebox. So she was watching Die Hard. She's talking to a cop. Like somewhere, we're gonna see, what ties it all in together at what makes her become a cop. But she really doesn't want to be involved in the life that her father is in. She really keeps her distance from them. And there was a lot of relationship issues in this episode.
I agree. You mean from just throughout all the characters? There was some
multiple relationships. It just seemed a little bit rocky in this episode.
Yeah, I agree with that. Even between Rock and Lulu.
Kanan.
Well, right. Yeah, Kanan too. But even the sturdier relationships, there still was kind of a little bit of tension.
Right.
Rock and Symphony as well.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so speaking of that, is that it for Symphony? Like you think that's official?
No, not at all.
That's not over for Symphony.
That is not over.
Right. And was he wrong for not telling? What do you guys think about that? Was he wrong for not telling Raquel that he went to go pick up Kanan? Because his loyalty, I feel like his loyalty should be to Raquel.
Right. Well, no. When he justified it, I thought his reasoning was right. Like when he was like, he's a part of you. Like I just was trying to do right by him as a favor to you. I mean, from a parental standpoint, obviously he should have said something to the mom.
Right.
But he did the right thing in winning favor with Kanan and making them, because now Kanan makes their relationship a little bit easier. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
And one thing I didn't realize on the first watch, and I could be wrong, but Raquel didn't actually know whether or not Symphony went to go get him. She pulled that information out of Kanan.
Yep.
I thought she said Scrappy told her.
Yeah, but Scrappy
she did.
Yeah, but did Scrappy actually tell her that, or was she just playing poker?
No, he said another dude. It wasn't one of his uncles, and then Kanan was like, I asked Symphony to do it, blah blah blah. So yeah, she did kind of weasel it out.
Yeah,
she did. I don't think. I mean, it's kind of a tough situation. I mean, I guess from the parental side, Symphony should have told Rock, but I agree with you, Leon, that I think, he was able to build trust between himself and Kanan too, and ultimately hoping that brings him closer to Rock. But now I think Rock is just really kind of on the edge because everybody's keeping secrets from her. Everybody's like lying, and she's like, damn, you too, Symphony, I'm supposed to be able to trust you. So I think Symphony was between a hard and a rock place. I don't think he was wrong, but I don't know if he was necessarily like all the way right.
I think that Raquel kind of took that, a little bit too far. Like, why are you that angry? You know what I mean? Like, I went to go get your son out of a bad situation. Like, what's the alternative?
Have you noticed that all of the strong women in power seem to channel their fear through anger?
I don't like that. I saw somebody tweet that, and I was like, yo, somebody was like, they did the same thing with Mary J, and y'all know how I feel about how she moved. It's like, that's not the only depiction of Black women that there is. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like that anger is associated with Black women, because they could be cunning and not screaming at the top of their fucking lungs. Look how they got Poppy wife all quiet. Granted, he beating her up, whatever, but it's like I don't like that anger narrative. I don't like when they typecast Black women like that.
She could have, like you said, she could have been cunning. She was like that when she had the conversation with Kanan, and for a very small portion of the relationship with the building inspector, as well as, I guess that's the building super, the heavyset man that she gave the money to. And then there was parallels to Tasha. Raquel used this, her sex appeal to, I guess, weaken the building inspector guy, right? And that's the same thing Tasha did to the, I guess, the personal banker told. Remember, he told Tasha she couldn't go into, I guess, like her and James's money without him, and she weaseled him out of it or into it.
But I also think that the way that she responded to Symphony was because the inspector tried her. You know what I mean? Like she was on edge after that, and with due reason. Like, a nigga violated.
Yeah, like he was trying to rape her.
Yo, so no, that's like the only. Man, is it any other ones? That's like the only justified killing that Raquel ordered that I agree with. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you got to go for that. But
I knew he was dead. The way he was talking out of his mouth, the first time, I was like, oh, he's dead.
Instantly. For Raquel, that was my first notes. Like, how soon did it click that this guy is dead? You know what I mean? Like, damn near instantly.
Maybe she wasn't gonna kill him, but then he was talking crazy when she got there.
Nah, you should. The look that she gave him after he walked away and he was on some dumb shit, like, yo, make sure it's just you tonight. Like, you're dying, dude. You're not making it through this episode.
Well, and you notice she always keep her hands clean. Because she could have shot him before. Why did she have to call Marvin?
That's what I'm saying. She hasn't officially caught a body yet. She's ordered hits, but she hasn't caught a body yet. I thought she killed him when she hit him with the mallet.
I mean,
I did too.
Me too.
I did too.
And isn't he gonna stink?
And knocked his head off.
Right? Isn't he gonna stink inside that wall?
That's what I was thinking.
I was thinking that too. But that's not where is that where their apartment is, or was that another location?
No, that's the new the coke house. Yeah, that's where they're gonna cook the crack at.
Oh, well, that's not cool. I don't know what they're gonna do about that.
He is definitely gonna start stinking. It's gonna smell awful in there.
100%.
Kitty litter.
That's what I'm.
Kitty litter in the wall.
Air freshener is not gonna clean that place up.
Not at all. Not at all.
And how you gonna work in there when you know there's like a skeleton, like a body decomposing right next to you?
Right. Yeah.
That's some scary stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I know that was a nail gun, right? But I've never nail gunned somebody in the forehead before. Do
They
you?
shoot pretty hard. I just finished some work on my apartment, and nail guns they're pretty fucking dangerous, especially the size nails he was
Right,
using.
right. So that's like instant penetration through the skull to the brain, right?
Easily.
Yeah, okay, yeah. He shut down.
What was the point of that creative kill? Why did they have to get creative with it? Just shoot him and roll him up in the rug and get rid of him.
The funny part about that is, I thought it was pretty comical because here he is venting to the guy as he's burying him in a wall. Right. But like, you got to see, this is going to sound really sadistic of me, but you got to see a human aspect to the dad because, you know, he felt the way when Lulu was like, take care of your daughter, nigga. And
right.
So he's seeking therapy through this nigga that he's going to kill who can't say nothing back. But you see that he's like, man, I tried. Like, you know what I mean? Like, right. He tried to humanize himself as he was committing a crime.
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna be about a week before that place starts stinking.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was somewhere off-site, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that was such a good idea. They're gonna have to take him out of there at some point.
Yeah, I don't even. But this is power. I don't even think they're gonna go back to it. You know what I mean?
No.
They may.
Maybe, but
at some point they may.
Why though? Well, like, what would be the reason?
The reason would be like someone will walk in and just take a whiff, and
nobody's walking in that apartment that doesn't belong in there though.
That's true. Okay. But if it starts smelling, you won't have to walk in there.
Yeah, exactly. The neighbors are complaining.
The neighbors are complaining. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Like you said, Tiffany, they got a little bit too creative, and then the fact that they left them in a wall. You know what I mean? Like.
Right.
And you know what else that kind of reminds me of just now? They did that in The Wire a lot. They had a specific place where they buried bodies and they put them like inside the walls.
Yep. Chris and Snoop were ruthless.
Yeah, they absolutely were. So the bond with Kanan and Jukebox just keeps getting stronger and stronger, right? I mean, he talked her out of that bathroom when she, you know, she wasn't feeling like going out to sing. She had stage fright.
Yeah, I mean, I think they had a little spat, but the love is deep there, so they're making their way back.
Yeah. So I want to ask Leon, have you changed your mind about how you feel about Jessica?
Yeah.
I went the opposite way. So tell me why you changed your mind about Jessica, and we'll talk about how we feel about her.
So she seems like she's down for Lou, especially because the Brooklyn dude tried to get at her. Mm-hmm. And I realized that it's not necessarily. Remember how I was saying that she really only cares about the advancement of her brother,
right? Famous.
It seems like she just has a nurturing quality. Period. Because you saw how she took care of Nicole.
Wrong.
Yeah, she did.
Wrong.
She didn't take care of her.
She sat there. Go, Kim, you want to say it? Because I know what you're thinking.
Let her smoke lace weed.
Yes.
I'll get to that, but listen, she was like, the dude tried to push up, and she was like, man, get the fuck out of here. Pushed him away and sat down, started talking to her, whatever. She offered her the drink. She said no. She didn't try to press her. And then when Camacho tried to offer her the weed, she said, "Do what you want, baby girl." She wasn't over there to be her mom, but she
could have stopped that. She didn't smoke none of that lace shit.
Exactly. So Nicole is a big girl. Is basically what I got from that. She told her, make your own decision on your own. But if you see me turn it down, why the fuck you gonna go smoke it? She just wanted to be down. She wanted to make everybody feel comfortable without being the white girl. But I definitely feel like Jessica would have. If Crown tried to push, she'd have been like, "Yo," she said no. Keep it pushing. You know what I mean?
But
she's definitely nurturing.
Nicole is.
I agree that she is nurturing, but Nicole, like, this is all new to her. She don't know nothing about the hood. And did she even know that the weed was laced? Did she even see that?
Yeah, I don't even know if she saw that.
Yeah, or did she even know what was going on?
He sprinkled the crack on it right in front of both of them.
Yeah, in front of Jessica, but I don't know how much attention Nicole was paying to that situation.
Well, that's her own goddamn fault. You're supposed to pay attention to your surroundings all the time.
But like Kim said, Nicole don't know shit about this life. You know what I mean?
Right. Which honestly, to Jessica's defense, though, is like, I mean, I guess it's not her job to show her the ropes, or she doesn't really know Nicole well enough to know that, you know, she doesn't know what's going on. But I just feel like at that moment, she could have said, hey, girl, like, I'm not fucking with that because X, Y, Z.
Yo, it's laced with coke.
Yeah.
And she gonna go uptown itching, and she gonna realize she should never smoke that.
Listen,
that was that's my prediction.
Exactly.
She's got to be burnt out.
She's about to she's about to go through it. Like, I don't even want to wait to predictions. She's about to become a whole head out here.
Yeah, I agree.
She's gone.
Yeah, Nicole about to be a donkey. She about to be the white poochie,
bro. Off of one hit.
Right.
And you know
that's all it take.
Juke is gonna be super pissed about that, and she's gonna
talk
really
to the cops. She's gonna talk to Officer Burke or Detective Burke.
And she's gonna really hate what they're doing, like hate what her father and Rock and everybody's doing too.
Yeah.
They just keep pushing her further away from that life.
Right.
Other than that, though, I like Jessica. I like Jessica because she hype up her man. And she remind me a lot of that relationship with Ghost and Angela, in the sense that I think she kind of is showing him that he can go legit. Because in this episode, to me, Lulu starts showing signs that ultimately he looking to get out from underneath his sister, and he, in some ways, wants to go legit. He wants to be that big guy, and he wants to find another way to make money other than drugs.
I agree with that 100%. And which is why there was a little bit of tension between him and Rock.
Exactly. Because think about, once again, it was parallels to me between Lulu and Ghost. Because remember, Ghost opening up Truth was like this whole legacy thing that his daddy wanted to do, was open this bigger club. And Ghost was able to fulfill that. Same thing with Lulu. Remember, we talked last week about the fact that he alluded to the fact that their father was some type of music head, whether he was a producer or played an instrument, whatever. And Lulu seems to have that same passion. So I think in some ways he's trying to live out that legacy of his father through this whole music thing.
I agree with that.
Yeah, absolutely. So like you said, Lulu did go behind Rock's back, right? A couple of times. He went behind her back to talk to Unique, right? And he wanted to not have any bad blood, no drug selling, no guns, no drama at the event, the showcase event.
Right.
Now, obviously, he did that without Raquel knowing, right? And Raquel is the big homie. How do you guys feel about Lulu going behind Raquel's back to Unique?
If she finds out, she's going to be pissed.
Yep, she's going to be pissed.
She's mad at everybody. Everybody's keeping shit from her. I mean, she's going to have enough of it at some point.
Yeah, there was, like I said, there was a lot of miscommunication in this episode. Also, Kanan went behind Rock's back to Uncle Marvin, and now they want to do the highway right there, by the gas station, right there by the bridge. And Raquel knows nothing about this. So,
exactly.
Communication is a huge issue, with this entire family.
Yeah. And that's going to be a huge issue. That's going to be bad for them, I think.
Yeah, and I'm not understanding why Kanan felt the need to go behind Rock's back. I mean, Rock is your mom. She brought you into this. You guys are learning together. And then that also made me think that Symphony is more involved with this drug shit than he thinks he is. You know what I mean? He put the high-rise...
Exactly.
He put the high-rise idea in Rock's head, and then he spoke to Kanan about the white people that just come off the highway, fill up, get their shit, and get out of town.
Yep.
Absolutely.
But you know what's crazy? And I do agree with that, but someone on Twitter predicted, they were like, oh, he's definitely the feds. And I was like, I never even thought about that. But wouldn't that be crazy?
What?
I don't think he's the fed. He gonna be, I think he gonna play a role in the drug game.
Yeah, I did. And that's what I was saying last week. Like, I just wonder what his role is going to be. But that was the first time that I ever even thought, like, damn, like, what if he is legit, like, the feds? Because where did he come from? Like,
he could have been undercover in the club, you saying?
Yo, he's like the real Ghost.
That's not a bad take. Why y'all feel like what could Kanan have said to his mother though? Like him just pitching the idea to Marvin, I don't think that's so much deception to Raquel.
No, but going through with it.
You have to let Raquel know what's going on. You're selling
Yeah,
product
but
that
all he did was go show his uncle, like, yo, look, we could set up shop here, whatever. They didn't set up shop. And then his uncle was like, yo, your mother said you kryptonite.
But don't forget, no,
initiative.
they are gonna set up shop because after that shooting went down at the showcase event,
he pulled up on his boys and said, yo, we gonna take care of the highway.
Right.
I remember that, but that also, like, we don't know that he's not gonna bring that to his sister.
I feel like he's not.
Really?
I mean, he's just moving on his own agency without checking in with her. I mean, that should have been a conversation with her before he recruited soldiers for said task. You know, he's already moving funny, Kanan moving funny, and just she's gonna be over it at some point because they just keep doing shit behind her back. Like, she's the queen pin. You can't really make moves like that and initiate them and carry them out without her knowing.
Right, exactly. And Rock is very quick on her feet. She, like, just like Tasha, like, remember when Tasha would get into trouble, like, and she would just quickly, like, step back and process and then come up with something to, you know, kind of balance the situation. So Raquel's gonna find out, and you know she's gonna make shit happen. I don't like that they're keeping everything from her. Like, and I'm not understanding why they're keeping it from her. Like, they did this a lot in Power, where there was just poor communication. Tommy and Ghost weren't communicating. Tommy would communicate with Tasha. You know what I mean? It was just a weird dynamic between the entire crew.
I don't know, man, because I feel like in this type of situation, like, you appoint lieutenants for a reason. Like, granted, Raquel, you know, she could be on edge because, you know, she dealing with a lot, but I feel like maybe her she trusts her brothers to make good decisions without having to run everything through her. Because if I was somebody's boss, or like if I was running something, I wouldn't want niggas to come back to me with every single thing. I would want you to be able to, if I put you in a certain position, I would want you to be able to make a decision that you think would be in the entire organization's best interest. It's the same way Marlo used to pull the strings and say who to get with Chris and Snoop, but they also made decisions on who to get rid of too on their own.
Right.
And who to train and all of that. So, I mean, Raquel went into the venue and was like, move some weight through this party. Mm-hmm. And Lulu was like, no. And, you know, she was like, in every opportunity, you need to be selling drugs. Mm-hmm. And this, I assume that, you know, that was her initial thought. Like, okay, he throwing this party, he probably gonna sell some drugs. And she just went to go check, realized that he wasn't, and she was like, all right, I'm gonna go make us some money just in case you gotta go pay another light guy. So obviously she trusts him to make decisions on having events and stuff like that.
She talked down to him. He didn't like that.
Yeah, I know.
Because even at that point when they had that conversation, that's when he said, when Lulu said to her, well, have you ever thought of us making different type of money? That's what made me think, okay, he's trying to make some legit money.
Right.
He's trying to make legit moves. So I can see why, you know, Lulu and Marvin, I mean, they keeping stuff from Raquel, but they know she got a certain mindset. And she ain't willing to change that. And remember, I mean, she already said in this episode, you know, Kanan, you just a little kid.
Right.
You know, so I don't think Kanan could have came with her with that idea and she took it seriously. She would have been like, you a little kid, what you know about whatever.
Right. And that's probably why Kanan didn't run it by her. And I agree with you, Leon. I don't think Kanan was wrong for pitching the idea. I don't think Kanan's in the wrong at all at this stage. But Marvin going ahead and setting things in play, I think it's just kind of shady. It's a shady area right there.
Yeah. Question: are any of you guys watching Power on mute in the background?
No.
Okay, so I'm watching it, right? And the scene I'm looking at right now is the argument between Symphony and Raquel, right? Symphony was at the event, right? Who invited him?
I mean, he probably just knew.
He probably saw the flyer like everybody else.
Yeah, he probably knew. Like, yeah, everybody kind of knew, you know.
I guess. Do you think he can pass for being Hispanic?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked like a little Puerto Rican dude.
You know what?
I think he's actually French or something.
But for the purpose of this, he can pass
Yeah.
for being Hispanic, right?
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah.
Because when Raquel, she's going to need a new connect, right? And we'll get to that. But when she went to the store and she spoke to Julia, the woman who's getting her ass beat by her husband, she said,
Yeah.
I want you to introduce me to your cousin, right? Where is this cousin at?
Yeah.
Because they never said a name. They just said
Bronx.
your cousin.
The Bronx.
Yeah, they never said who. But that was interesting though. And I forget which one of you guys predicted that she's gonna play a bigger role.
Oh yeah.
I was like, okay, now I see it. I see like it going down.
The funny thing is, man, when you watch something like this, you've seen this movie a million times. Like, even that, I was watching a movie with my girlfriend yesterday, and I was predicting parts. I was like, man, when you seen something, you've seen it a million times.
Right.
And it's like, she just too coy, and she just like, nah, yo, she a gangster, man. She gonna kill her fucking husband. I promise.
No, she was very happy. She said that her husband, and she said her husband does not like her cousin, right? And Raquel pretty much said, I don't give a damn. I want to meet him, right? And then when Raquel walked off, she had like a smile on her face, like she's happy to make this relationship connect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I think Raquel empowered her. That's the first time she's felt empowered in forever.
And that abusive husband, Gabriel, he dead. He's done.
He definitely
He did that.
Rock might take him out. Just
Julia gonna take him out.
Who? No, I want to know who's Raquel's first body gonna be. She hasn't killed anybody yet.
That's true.
Howard.
I don't know if she even will, but I don't know.
Detective Howard.
Because she don't get her hands dirty, so.
No, I gotta say Gabriel.
Yo, speaking of Detective Howard, Omar Epps lost a lot of weight for this episode.
Yeah, he did look not well.
He truly looked sick. You know what I mean? So like, that's some method shit right there. Like, they told him like, listen, man, just go, lose like 30 pounds, and then we'll just shoot that scene, and then you can start eating again.
But the fact that he actually thinks, like, I don't know how he plans to finesse Kanan into giving him some
bone marrow.
Bone marrow.
That's why Raquel gonna kill his ass. She gonna like, you dying of cancer? Let me just speed up the process.
Yeah. Like, I'm very curious. I'm very curious to see how that's gonna play out.
I think that Detective Howard's gonna try and kidnap Kanan somehow.
Kidnap him and do what?
Yeah.
Some Dexter type shit?
Take his bone marrow.
He's not his legal guardian, so unless he does some backhanded.
He's a cop. He is in law enforcement. He cannot do that.
Yeah, I have no idea how he plans to make that happen, unless he has something on Kanan or has something on Kanan's mom, and he kind of, Kanan feels obligated. But I don't know.
Yeah, I felt bad for Detective Howard. He's sitting there looking at that picture of Kanan like, this is my lifesaver right here.
Right.
Because he's 15.
Like, this is my son. He like, this is my lifesaver.
Right. Kanan is 15, and the doctor said they would like him to be 18. Detective Howard, he ain't got 3 years to wait. So he needs that bone marrow ASAP.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then was DNA testing, was it popular back then in the early 90s? Because remember, he got that blood off of that tissue of Kanan's when he was in the precinct.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder, I mean, during that time, was they doing DNA testing? Will he be able to send that blood in and find out that Kanan is his full son? And if so, he might be able to speed up a process. But
at the end of the day, he needs, like they said, he needs the actual guardian. You know what I mean? Like, he's probably not on the birth certificate.
Right.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. It's going to be interesting to see how he plans to pull that off.
Right. Now, like I said earlier, Raquel's going to need a new connect because Dean does not want to do business with it anymore because of that stunt that she pulled last week by getting Unique's crew caught up with the exchange. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, like I said, I don't think that was. We were talking about whether it was like snitching or part of the game, and clearly, like, you know, that was snitching. Dean does not want to do any business with her anymore.
So that's the deceitful thing that he said that she did.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay, I was trying to piece that together. I was like, what the fuck did she do?
And it sounds like he said they killed Smurf, the guy who gave her the information.
Yeah, it did sound like that. I was wondering, what did you all think? I think he's dead because he said, "Oh, he won't be making any statements anytime soon," or something he said.
He can't attest to that.
Right,
or,
exactly.
Or anything for that matter. So, yo, Raquel is catching so many unintentional bodies, yo. It's crazy. Some unintentional, some intentional.
Right. So that's the reason why I thought she talked to the battered woman, because is her cousin a connect?
Yeah, she definitely needs some new, you know, some new work now.
Right.
Yeah, so I think he's going to be the plug for sure.
Yeah, what if it's revealed that the plug is Symphony?
Ooh.
Oh, that would be interesting. Wouldn't that be interesting?
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Yeah, Symphony's there's some shit behind Symphony. I don't know what it is.
He's like one of the only characters in the show that truly we don't know what his value is. You know what I mean? Like, yes, he told them about the high rise and he put the bug in Kanan's ear about the bridge, but I feel like he has more to offer than that.
Of course, yeah, definitely. I mean, just even with his knowledge of the city, you know, that alone can take you pretty far. But yeah, I don't know. It could be. That'd be wild if that's her cousin.
Yeah. Yo, why does Dean keep turning off his grandmother's hearing aid?
Listen, I tweeted that shit. Like,
and how does she know she wanted bingo if her hearing aid was off?
I tweeted that.
There's probably some sort of visual.
Yeah, but come on, she's 80,000 years old. She's blind. She can't see that far.
Not true. I got a grandma who's up there in age, and her vision is don't sleep, boy. Her ass be watching TV from afar, and I'm like, you can see that? She's like, I can see everything, boy. I can't read fine print. That's what's wrong with my eyes.
Right. Yeah, he just always.
I tweeted that same thing, and they came for me. They were like, "Oh, how don't you know how hearing aids work?" I'm like, "Cause I didn't take a hearing aid class." Like,
and what's the answer? How do hearing aids work? I thought you put the shit on and it helps you hear.
Yeah, basically. But they were like, "Oh, but if they're deaf, sometimes they're not completely deaf, and then you turn, the volume up or down." I don't know. They try to get all scientific with it, but
no,
I was
because Dean is right next to his grandmother. So if she can't hear Dean, she's not going to hear the woman screaming out the bingo numbers.
Right. What if it's a recording device?
Wait, how does that work?
What if him off is actually the hearing aid picking up and recording like something? What if?
Didn't think of that.
Yo, so you think Dean is the feds?
I don't think he's the feds. I think that he's recording all of his interactions just in case something happens.
Wow. But how's that going? Unless he's going to plead immunity or something.
I don't know. It could. What I'm saying is, it could be more than one thing. It don't necessarily have to be him shutting off her hearing, because you see, niggas is turning the radio to hot 93.7s and pumping the brakes 3 times, and the James Bond shit happened in the center console.
Right.
So the technology ain't too far off.
Facts. And that's wow. That's a good. Wow. I didn't think about that.
And then we keep, like, all of us notice that, you know what I mean? So why does that keep?
That's a recurring thing. That's a recurring thing. Wow.
Right.
Wow, that's amazing.
It might be something like that.
He could also be a Fed, because then, what's his involvement? His involvement. Let's go back to Snowfall. This nigga was supplying Franklin with the dope.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? So it could easily be Dean is pushing coke to these people to bring crack to the streets, whatever. And every time he records his interactions with the people that he's selling drugs to, just to keep a record. I don't know. All I'm saying is don't necessarily rule out the hearing aid thing not actually being turning it off, but turning something on.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Just because we're talking about the hearing aid right now, so
Right.
there's got to be, maybe there's something deeper to it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, from Dean's perspective, do you think that was a good reasoning to cut Raquel off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
And I love what he said when he was like, I can't trust you. And she was like, nobody trusts nobody in this. He said, yeah, but there's magnitudes of distrust. And I love that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's
love
levels.
that. Because it's like, yeah, I don't trust y'all, but I do expect some sort of honesty. There's honor among thieves, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. There's a baseline of trust, and
right. And she went below that baseline.
She went below to make her moves, but she pissing a lot of people off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if it was just bad acting or if I'm just looking too hard. But wasn't Scrappy still breathing when they dropped him off in front of?
Yes. Oh my God.
I didn't
get that at first.
Come on, look at his neck.
Watched it 3 times.
He was still breathing.
Twice. I did not. I could barely even see him.
I watched it twice.
He was still breathing.
3 times. I watched it 3 times, and I was like, "Boy, that man breathing."
Yeah.
I'm gonna look back because
he fucked up, but he breathing.
His eye, like you could see his eye movement underneath his closed eyelids too a little bit.
Right, and his neck was definitely his neck was pulsating.
Yep.
Well, maybe he wasn't. Well, they had just shot him, right?
Yeah, they was like, "Come get your boy."
Maybe he tortured his ass.
He wasn't dead yet.
Come get your boy, bitch.
All over his body.
Yeah, I mean, we all called that last episode. Like, there was no way he was just gonna walk up into Unique and
I thought he was gonna last a little bit longer.
Right.
I think niggas was gonna send him into the okie doke out the gate.
You want to talk loyalty? I think he has now he has the most loyalty because he signaled to Lulu by thumbing his nose. Yo, it's about to go down.
Yeah.
So can we go back to, because I'm still a little confused about why Rock put him in the situation.
Exactly.
Is it because she thinks that he gave away the stash house? Because
she wanted somebody on the inside.
Yeah, but that wasn't a good move though.
Yeah, like what was the point of that? Like,
horrible move.
Yeah, because everybody knows Scrappy is loyal, and they were gonna test him in the worst way. So what did that mean for Raquel and the crew?
He's a pawn at the end of the day. Use him as see fit. He's like,
but if that's her most loyal soldier, why would she do that?
Yeah,
because she saw an opportunity. All right, in chess, she's supposed to think 3 steps ahead of your opponent, right? That was a 1 or 2 step thought. It was more so your eyes get so wide to the opportunity that you don't think of what the other person is going to do necessarily.
What
information could he have provided back to her that would have given her an advantage?
You don't know. She's thinking, all right. They saw that there was a tift in our crew, whatever. Let's play it and let's try to get you to infiltrate his crew because she's on the weekend. She's on the defense right now. She had to give up corners. She's trying to build up this high rise, whatever. So any opportunity she sees, she's gonna try to play it to her advantage. Now she's not thinking that Unique is as ruthless because she don't see the inner workings of his operation. She didn't see that he just killed his mans that they grew up with, that he grew up with forever. So she probably gonna think, oh, okay, I know that him and Kanan got into a fight, whatever. Unique is gonna accept him in because he'll do anything to squash me because I'll do anything to squash him. So,
that was
out the gate, it becomes, all right, let me just play this pawn, and it just backfired on her. She didn't think that he would go that far. Nobody did. We didn't think that Lulu was going to be the one that was going. They were just going to do a drive-by or some shit.
Nah, I definitely felt like it was going to be somebody.
In like the worst way, just for him to prove his loyalty.
Right.
I didn't suspect it would be Lulu, but I mean, they weren't going to let him get off that easy.
I thought it was going to be Kanan.
Well,
even that. It was going to be Kanan for a little bit. Like when they walked in. and the camera panned to Kanan's face. I was like, oh, brother.
Yeah, because he was standing like right behind Kanan.
Right behind him.
Right. Yeah.
Either way, he had to carry out some drastic kill. And so that's why I don't fully understand why he was put in that position to begin with, knowing that like he was gonna die. Rock knew he was gonna die.
Right. So it's like, what are we to think about Raquel? Are we to think that she's like inexperienced in this for sending him in there, or like what was the bigger plan that maybe we're not seeing? Because that was a bad move on Raquel's part.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah, unless there's some sort of strategy that's gonna, unveil itself going down the line. But I can't really see it right now. I'm still trying to figure out why she made that move.
Yeah,
I was just thinking about it from a perspective of like, if I got a company and I got my best salesman that's selling more than 3 or 4 salesmen combined, why would I send that person to the competition and want them to infiltrate the competition and feed me information back? Because in the meantime, my company gonna suffer.
Right.
So that's why I kept thinking about Scrappy. I'm like, okay, if he's most loyal, he almost like family. Why would you take that person out of your company and try to get them to infiltrate something else? And here we are, like,
oh, you know what though? Now that I think about it,
lose their life. Like, why would you do that? Well, they could have just killed him in the beginning.
Right, but
she
now
got this big gap in her organization.
That's true, but now that I think about it, we only know of that crew, the brothers and Scrappy. You know what I mean? Like, who else would she have sent? Right. She wasn't going to send one of her brothers in there, right?
Exactly, but still,
she could have picked up another soldier.
Just a step below the brothers.
Right, she could have picked up one of like Marvin's peoples or something like that.
Exactly.
But that's why I'm thinking maybe she did it because she thinks he's somehow connected to the stash house situation.
Well, if let's say that she sent a random person in there, they don't see that person as a viable person in her organization. It's way more believable, and you let Scrap in before you let anybody else in.
Right, Scrappy would have been able to see everything.
Not even that. Just as we saying, oh, why would she let such a loyal soldier go? Unique has the same thoughts. He's like, yo, you are a step down from one of her brothers, so you must really have it out for this girl to come to me. Mm-hmm. So you get what I'm saying? So you play a stronger I don't want to say he's a pawn. He's more like a knight or a rook. But it definitely was a chess move in the sense that I'm going to send somebody who he thinks knows everything about me, and somebody who he knows that I'll do anything for. He's a loyal soldier in my organization, and I want him to infiltrate and get what I want out of him. But if he was still breathing, then maybe we get something from him.
Yeah, right. But like I said, I don't know if we're supposed to gather that he's actually alive. You know what I mean? That could have just been something that a few people only caught. So next week they'll just brush past it like, oh, Scrappy, he dead. But
yeah, I mean, I think he's dead. I mean, I think maybe he was still alive at that moment that you saw that he was breathing, because maybe he just got shot. But I don't think he's gonna make it.
Right.
I don't think so either.
But
and if he did, what would be the reason? I guess.
Right. But I got a question. What does Raquel's name mean on the streets that Lulu and Marvin's name doesn't? Because remember when they were trying to get into the club, right? And Lulu had came out and he said, make sure you pat everybody down, this and that. And then the guy with the maroon suit and the flat top from Brooklyn, he started to talk shit to Lulu, right? And then it looked like he was about to get it in with him. And then he sees Raquel pull up, and then all of a sudden he backs down and says, nah, we just want to listen to music. So like, they fear Raquel more than they fear her own brothers?
Yeah. I believe that.
But she calls the shot. She's the boss.
That's the little brother. She had more time to put in work on the street.
Got you. Got you.
Like we all saying that she's yet to catch her own body and she's calling the shots, but you don't know what her past looked like.
That's true.
You don't know if she got up to that position. It's the same way with
Monet.
In real life, Alpo and Wayne Perry. Alpo started having Wayne Perry kill everybody for him, but Alpo was Alpo got indicted on 14 murders.
Mhm.
Some of them shits he did himself.
And
That's true. We don't have that context.
Defcon
Right.
Stark is still alive. He's just locked up, right? Or is he dead?
I don't know about a
I
lot.
don't know. Mm-hmm.
I thought he was dead. I don't know.
I don't think Defcon is dead.
Okay.
He probably isn't. I mean, that'll just be another,
Right.
surprise.
Now to inside the event with Famous, and he and one of his verses was what do you say? Fuck 4 quarters and 2 dimes. I was like, wait, let me add that up. And
I told y'all.
Buck 40.
right.
I told y'all he was gonna do that shit.
Yo, he
Yo,
is
did y'all see
insane.
Kanan's face?
Yeah,
Son,
he-
Kanan's
I
You
going.
see how Famous looked at Kanan after he said
It's over.
Yeah.
Son,
It's
'Cause
over.
he was like, "Yo, I know I fucked up, but I gotta
Right.
keep going."
And then he was
Bro.
like outside the bodega, like you wilding
Yeah.
right now, bro.
He did that shit. I'm telling you, whenever he was in the studio and Camacho was like, I need you to stop rapping that ice cream bubblegum shit. Give me some real shit. I knew Famous was going to say something about the
Boy.
Buck 20 shit. And then that was going to, come back around on him.
Yo,
Yeah.
Kanan might have to kill his friend.
That I agree
he
with.
might. But at this point, he done said what he said.
He did, and somebody had tweeted that this nigga is gonna unintentionally ramp up a war that he played no part in, and it's crazy because I watched that scene 5 times. Just Kanan's face. The dude who's acted as him, he did a great job. Just like
Makai
being
Curtis.
appalled.
Right.
Being appalled is a
Right.
hard emotion to depict.
Right.
That nigga really looked like
Yo, he was bopping his head at first until the lyrics hit his brain. Then he was like, wait a minute, this dude is talking.
Nah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's over.
Fame gonna have to pay for that.
what?
But I knew it. I knew he was gonna get in that studio and say some shit he wasn't supposed to because he said Fame too loud.
Right.
I mean, I like him. He's funny, but he's too much sometimes. And I knew he was gonna
He can't read the
cross that
room.
line.
He cannot read the room.
No. So that's gonna be interesting to see what happens with that.
If not Kanan, one of Unique's people could get him famous.
Yeah. I mean, and he's
Yeah,
young,
unless
so
they think he was the one that did it. Maybe they think, okay, he was there, he did it, and maybe they won't go after Kanan, but
or they might torture him the way they did Scrappy.
that's true too. And try to beat it out of him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that shit's not over. That's not over. It's not squashed.
It's just heating up.
4 quarters and 2 dimes. Why would you say that?
Right.
He's
He's
subliminal.
stupid.
Right.
He's just so press, for fame and clout.
Oh,
I
he
knew he
gonna
was
get
gonna
what
go in
he
there
has
and say
to.
some bullshit.
Don't get what he
They about to make him famous for real.
Yeah, he might. Yeah, he might actually get taken out because of that.
They
Talking
gonna
to
put that nigga on a t-shirt.
yeah. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
And Jukebox actually saved him because he was the one that actually had stage fright.
Yeah, he was frozen.
Yeah. So.
Well, we do know now that Davina and Kanan are sexing.
We know that, and that's
Yep.
gonna make his situation difficult when he finds out
Ugh.
Yep.
that she said something about the stash house.
So this is how I feel about that. I feel like the more time goes by and past the ambush on the stash house, and the deeper that Kanan's relationship gets with Davina, I think Kanan's gonna let her slide.
What? Hell no. Nope.
Really? You think so?
I
He
think
might
so.
let her slide, but let Rock find out.
Boom.
That's what I'm saying.
There
Don't
we
let
go.
Rock find out. Don't
If
let
Rock finds out it's a rap.
Kim. You said you think
Kanan-
that Kanan's gonna kill Raquel, right?
I
He
said
may-
it was a possibility.
You think she may? You think he may? What if he
I
kills
think he
Raquel
could.
over Davina?
No.
Well, he would just be stupid at that point.
No.
I don't think it's going to be over, but I don't know. He seems to be really wrapped up in Davina, and he's been wanting her for a long time. But I do think there's something drastic has to happen for him to become so heartless. So
This
that's
little wet
why.
behind the ears ass better not kill his mother over her. But
He better not. But he been making dumbass mistakes.
he is about to sell crack night and day for like 2 months straight and send Davina off to like the Poconos or some shit. Because once his mom find out she is dead, but he ain't gonna be the one to pull the trigger, like y'all said. And he not about that. Like, he love her. And I think that he lost his virginity to her. I don't think that they've been doing that.
Oh, no.
I agree.
Yeah, I think he loves her.
And somebody didn't want to pay Stars or Power to advertise their condoms, because I've never seen a clear condom wrapper.
Right. Now that's that shit they be giving out at the barbershop.
I ain't never seen a clear condom wrapper in my life, bro. The barbershop joints be even Durex or something.
Right.
I was like, nobody wasn't trying to have Target advertising here?
Right.
Or
no product placement.
Product placement, yeah.
They didn't secure that, but yeah.
They wanted to be as authentic as possible.
Yeah. No. But
condoms ain't been around since the 90s or something.
But Davina might be what sets Kanan off. Like, maybe he won't be the one if she has to die, but if Rock has something to do with it, that might be what sets him off and kind of has him, having some resentment towards his mom.
What if Famous is what sets him off? You know what I mean? That's his right-hand man. He thought he could trust him. And you got to take out your right-hand man. Remember, adult Kanan told Tariq that you're not some people say you're not whatever. What do you say? A gangster until you kill somebody you love?
Wasn't a real killer until you kill somebody close to you.
Right.
Stuck to the gist of that, yeah.
Yeah, but wasn't it Liz or somebody he killed, or something with a B?
Breeze?
Nah,
Breeze.
I thought James killed Breeze.
Oh,
James St. Patrick. I mean, because adult Kanan told Tariq that because he killed Sean, his own son.
Right. The more we have these conversations, the more I realize I gotta go watch Regular Power again.
Because I do not remember many details at all.
Yeah.
So for my predictions, right? I got Gabriel dying. I think Gabriel's dead.
Yeah.
Raquel has to meet the new connect. Also, I believe that Nicole's gonna develop a drug addiction.
Yeah, she's gonna be a crackhead. Out the gate.
White Pookie.
Yeah, she's gonna be coming to the hood a lot more now.
She's done.
Yeah, she's gonna
be a white Pookie
for that one hit, man, boy. And it's
Yo,
gonna be real bad too.
Soon as she hit it, exactly. Soon as she hit it, it looked like it was a wrap for her.
Yeah. The way she was looking and how she was acting, like when they were on the bus or whatever, it was like, that girl is gone.
Yeah.
Gone, girl.
And that's just gonna push Jukebox closer and closer into law enforcement.
Mm-hmm.
Now, somebody who's still lingering around is the what is this? The gentleman, the heavyset gentleman that she initially talked to. Like, I feel like we're not done seeing him yet.
The building supervisor?
Him, yes.
Oh. I don't know. What else? What else does he have to offer?
He's the only one outside of the circle that knows that stash spot is coming in.
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
He don't mind his business as long as money keeps coming in.
Yeah, but
especially after what happened to the building inspector, he better keep his mouth shut.
Yeah,
but you might put the press on him though.
Man.
Like, if he catches wind that they're in that building, they might corner him and again, like, torture him.
It's not a bad take.
Yeah, so I don't know. He might play a bigger role than I originally thought.
I don't see Unique finding that out anytime soon though, because one thing I can say, she's pretty under wraps about her shit.
Mm-hmm.
Discreet, very discreet.
Yeah, like plenty of people don't know what's going on. Even the stash house, the first stash house that got hit, they had to find that out through Davina. And they don't know about the corner store. Her son don't even know about the corner store. And they be shopping there all the time.
Right.
That's true. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, I pretty much have all the same predictions as you, Eric.
Yeah, I'm keeping a body count. Yeah, I like this episode. I like this episode. I know we talked last week, and I thought that it would be kind of like a small letdown, but it's building more. The story is still building. This episode actually built upon episode 5, so I liked it.
Yeah,
I like this one a lot. It wasn't. I felt like one of them was a filler. Not the last one, the one before. So maybe 4. This one wasn't a filler though. It was a really good episode.
Nah, it was necessary.
Yeah, I watched it and I was like, oh, this was nice.
Yeah.
BMF comes out on the 26th.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So I believe Power might end before that.
Yeah.
And then we right into BMF.
But I think they take a break. I think they might take a mid-season.
They just took one.
They did.
Oh, was that it?
Yeah, that's it.
That was it.
That's
never mind.
Yeah.
The only I feel like they did that with the episode. They did that with season 6 because of Ghost dying. You know what I mean? And they just really wanted to leave us shocked. You know what I mean? But I feel like all these series do that for 1 week, and that's about it. But
I hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked this episode too. I think it was very productive.
Yeah.
It wasn't as much action, but I guess we all kind of knew that it was going to be a little slower because we talked about the whole like art of storytelling and how they bring it back down. But I think they did it in a good way, and I think it's gonna like the next episode is gonna be really good.
So this episode, right? I started to keep a body count for Raquel. So I have the dog, right? D-Wiz, the building inspector, Smurf, and I don't know if Scrappy is dead. I'm not sure. But
even unintentional bodies?
Nah, bodies period. Like that's am I missing anybody? Like
I don't think that's
Smurf was
Dean's right hand. Right? Smurf was Dean's right hand man.
Yes.
And he was about to retire too. He was an old head. He said he's about to take his wife away.
Didn't she give him some bread to do that?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, go do that.
She retired him.
So I wonder do we know how many episodes there is?
I feel like there's 10. I feel like it's got to be 10. I hope it's 10.
Okay.
I hope it's 10 as well. So we got 4 more.
Yeah, that shit about to be over quick.
Yeah. So what death predictions do we have? Is Famous dead?
Famous is dead.
Famous is.
I don't know if he's gonna die like ASAP, but he's too messy. Yeah. You know, he's too loud, like you said last week.
What about Crown Camacho? You think he's dead?
Crown Camacho is dead.
He don't got no reason to be dead though. Why he dead?
Yeah, because he don't really do shit.
Yeah.
Right, Eric, you just don't like him. That's why you want him to die.
No, first of all, he gave Nicole coke-laced weed, right? So who knows?
Oh, Marv, yes.
Marv might be like, oh, that's what he did to your homegirl, because nobody knows that.
No.
Listen,
time out. I just said some bullshit.
No, listen. Nobody knows.
Is not about to kill Crown Camacho.
Lulu might kill him.
Daughter's girlfriend is a.
He don't even know about the shit. He don't even know about the relationship.
Okay, but listen. No, listen to this.
Uncle Marv.
Listen. Marv, Lulu said, get to know your daughter a little better, right? Or fix that damaged relationship, right? Nobody knows that Jukebox is gay, right? So as of right now, they just
Marv
think
is homophobic. He's not gonna like that shit.
No, he's not gonna like that shit.
He's not gonna like that shit.
No, Jukebox doesn't even have to reveal that. Remember, and the adult versions of them said it was a secret that they kept for a long time. So Jukebox doesn't even have to reveal that. All she has to do is say, "This dude got my homegirl addicted to, coke, right?" And then to mend
another customer for me.
To mend that relationship, Marvin might take him out.
Boy, I don't know about that. I don't think Marvin cares about that.
I want apologies when Marvin kill him.
That will shock me.
I will publicly. I'll tweet I'm sorry. I mean, I'll post I'm sorry on Instagram, and I'll get the clip from this podcast if that happens.
Man.
He has to kill him over Nicole. I'm not talking about like spur of the moment, put that nigga on the wall next to the inspector.
Right.
Now, if some shit go down with Juke, directly.
That's
To her, yeah, but I don't know about over Cole.
Maybe he slaps Jukebox because Jukebox confronts him and was like, "You fucking late," but he's also a fiend.
Kron Camacho.
Yeah, bro, he smoked the same weed.
Yeah, but
It ain't like he gave her a lace blunt and was like, "Nah, I'm not hitting it."
Right.
That nigga do the same coke, but I don't think he's dead. He has no reason to die. He's not stopping Lulu from nothing. He's not stopping nobody from nothing. Yeah, he gave Nicole lace bud, but I don't know. She's just gonna be a fiend, and Jukebox is gonna be like, damn, like you was the only person I love, blah blah blah. And she's probably gonna distance herself from the family and talk to the feds and shut everything down. Marvin ain't gonna kill Camacho over that. He might try to kill his fucking daughter. Unless
Camacho, his storyline speeds up, accelerates a bit.
Yeah, because I was watching it, right? He only had, up until the point where he gave her the laced weed, he only had one line. And it was like a throwaway line. He was like, yo,
where's the money?
Look at Raquel. She looking all shapely and shit. That was like the only thing he said.
And then he said something about money. He asked her for the money.
50 just threw Quincy in here to make amends with Diddy. That nigga don't really got apart.
Yeah.
No, not really.
Yeah, but this, at the end of the day, like Quincy in real life probably has other shit going on. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have time to wear that stupid wig that he's wearing and act like a goofball. You know what I mean? Like, he's done. I'm telling you, Kron Camacho's dead.
Do we think it's a wig?
Is that what his shit really look like?
I feel like that's his hair.
I thought so too.
Okay. He got good hair now.
Right, he does.
I'll be sure, son.
That's I'll be sure's son right there.
Facts. That's true. That's true. All right. So who else can go? Gabriel's done. That's true. He's done.
Dunzo, bro.
Yeah, he's done.
His wife gonna kill him too.
Double homicide.
Definitely.
Right. Now that Dean cut off Raquel, do we think she's gonna go after him?
Something's gonna be up with Dean. I don't know what. I don't know if he's gonna die.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I'm not quite.
I doubt Dean dies.
I don't think he's gonna die.
Because if he dies, then what happens?
Unique doesn't have a connect then.
Okay.
If he dies.
Okay, if he dies, that might be the motive.
That'll be a chess move. If she connects with Julia's cousin, then she has no need for Dean. And then if she gets Dean out the picture, Unique doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Any more predictions?
To see how Unique is gonna. I don't know. I need more from Unique.
I actually like him. Joey Badass is doing a good job, man.
Yeah, I like him too.
Yeah, I agree.
But I need more. I don't know why.
I agree. It's not his character not too enticing. And they don't put too much emphasis on his crew. He's just an adversary.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. His crew is like always in the shadows.
Yeah. It's not so much. They don't put too much emphasis on what's going on that side.
Right.
Which I understand. It's centered around Kanan and his family.
Right.
Yeah. There's just something missing from me.
Yeah. We're not saying that the moves that Unique is making.
I'm with Kim though. Like I feel like I hope that this is the season, although I don't think that it will be, that we see the turning point. Because you see the innocence in Kanan. Like even when he came out and he did the little shit with the tie.
Right.
You can see that he's still a kid.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's like, where is the turning point that takes all of that innocence away and just turns him into a monster?
Right. I mean, we might see it towards the end of the season.
Probably the season finale.
He's traumatized. I mean, he's seen so much these past few weeks.
Yeah.
He's definitely going to be traumatized. But I did like seeing that light side of him. Like we saw that with him and Juke, and we saw it when he was getting ready for the showcase. And I thought that was cute, because he's 15. It's like it's nice for him to joke around and be a kid for once.
Right.
I don't think that's going to last too long.
Yeah, no, I think he's going to be the one to kill Famous.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. And the way Famous was looking too, like he knew he fucked up.
And the crazy thing is, how come Famous never even tried to, yo, Kanan, check my raps out. This is what I'm gonna be. You know what I mean? Like,
right?
He knew better.
He knew better, but he did what he did because he needed the clout. He didn't really care how it would impact, or maybe he's not mature enough or smart enough to even process what that means, or what that might, entail.
The backlash,
yeah. But as soon as I think he saw Kanan's face first, and I feel like that's the first time he felt like he fucked up.
Yeah.
Like when he saw Kanan's face, he was like, "Oh fuck, I shouldn't have said that."
Yeah, that one line can ruin everything. He could have been more subliminal about it, like said, or some chunk change or something.
Fuck 4 quarters and 2 dimes.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I didn't catch that. I
caught it after you. I kind of want to hear this song, like on wax. It's a good song.
Yo, that song is lit.
The song is amazing.
I like the hook.
Yeah, that hook is, and Jukebox in real life is amazing.
Yeah,
she is a singer. She was on Broadway. Like, she's great.
I thought it was somebody else's voice. I didn't know.
Yeah, I thought that too. But no, if you look on her Instagram, like, she's hella talented. I think she was just in Respect, too, as like a background singer for Aretha Franklin. So she's doing her thing. But yeah, I need to hear that song too, because I've been walking all over this house talking about some street life and the street.
Yo, they had the crowd.
Song,
they had that crowd moving.
It's a great
They had me
song.
moving. I was sitting in front of the TV like,
Streets need a body.
Shit.
Yeah.
I like her character a lot too. She's a pretty girl. Like, I don't know, man. She's a good actress. Jukebox.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you can even see it like in her facial expressions, just like you were saying about Makai, who's playing Kanan. They're so committed to their roles. Like, for that guy, I think in real life he might be like 18 or 19, but to be able to portray that kind of emotion and those varying emotions at that age is like crazy.
I agree.
They have range.
Yeah.
It's a really good cast.
I think no, y'all told me that Lulu is Kevin from Snowfall. Somebody told me that he's not, and then like I just did a background check this morning.
Oh yeah, I googled it too because he just recently did a article or whatever saying that he said he didn't really know that Tuki was like in the game or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, but being directly related to that, like I said, it was just such an obscure being his relative.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it kind of makes sense too because he's so cold, in
his acting.
Yeah, I can't remember how he was in Snowfall. I don't think he was as cold, but in this role, he's just very cold. And when he walks in the room, he doesn't say much, but you feel it.
Like Marlo.
Yeah, you feel it. Like, oh shit.
I like Lulu, man. I like his character a lot. Like,
and
Marvin was my favorite brother for a while.
I don't like Marvin because Marvin about to do some shady shit. He think he should be running shit, and he's making all these moves behind rocks. I mean, I don't like Marvin.
But
Marvin,
Raquel is scolding them too much,
he's
though.
Not smart enough.
No, I'm saying you think that's what he thinks. He thinks he should run shit.
I think it's a possibility. From the very beginning, the very first episode, we kind of saw that energy where he didn't really agree with, what Rock was doing and how she was running stuff. And I think all these little side deals and stuff that he's doing, I think he's doing it to, I don't know if he just thinks he can make better decisions than her. So he's doing this shit behind her back. And that's just going to be a problem down the line. But
at the end of the day, they do have to report back to her and give her the money, right?
I assume that's how it works, but I mean, I don't know. They're doing all this side shit. How are they going to come back and be like, yo, we made X amount on the highway? And she'd be like, what the fuck is a highway?
Maybe they won't. Maybe they won't explain that.
Unless they keep that money, and that's a problem.
Right. Oh, that's right, because Kanan said that they can overcharge the white people.
Mm-hmm. Right. So is somebody going to be stashing the money, keeping the money, keeping a cut? That's
what I'm saying.
Problematic.
He's not gonna care that Nicole is a fiend now, bro. I'm telling you, like,
nah, he gonna fucking.
Somebody's gonna care that she's a fiend.
Jukebox.
Her
That's the only
parents
person.
gonna get- that's about
Her
it.
mom.
Her
I
parents
completely
gonna
forgot about that. Yo, her parents are gonna have Queen shut the fuck down.
Yeah.
Oh,
And you know,
boy.
the sad part is, like, I felt so bad for Jukebox whenever they got caught and how the mom was like all down on her, because none of this stuff is Juke's fault, but just being associated with Juke and who Juke is associated with, and got that girl fucked up. And her parents were right about that.
Yeah.
But it's fucked up.
Unfortunately, right?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, damn.
Not
That sucks.
doing, and I feel like if Juke was out there when Camacho offered her that shit, Juke
She'd have
was
slapped
like,
that shit
"Hell
out her hand. She'd have slapped it out her hand.
Yeah.
It is sad that you know, her becoming a fiend is gonna give credence to them hating Jukebox, because she made a good point. She said, me being black, she said that I'm a fucking repellent. She don't say that to a white girl.
Right.
Like, I know the emphasis is that Nicole and her have a secret relationship and they're lesbians or whatever, but she really does approach that situation different if Nicole's kissing on a white girl.
Right.
Facts.
What if Juke kills Camacho?
I'm not.
I don't really
Listen, one way or another, Camacho not coming out of season 1.
Yeah, he ain't gonna make it to season 2.
I think he is, man. I don't know.
He gotta step it up in these next 4 episodes.
Listen, if he was gonna make it out of season 1, they will give him more than 2 lines per show.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, but it's like Dean though. Dean in original Power, Milan.
Oh, right. Okay.
He didn't say much, and then boom, this nigga becomes the plug.
I rewatched that scene. I rewatched that scene when he went from the American accent to the Serbian accent. I was blown away.
Said it, I did too, and I was like, whoa! It caught me by surprise, like it did when I originally watched it.
Right.
That's what made Milan a threat.
Yeah, he was the biggest threat James St. Patrick has ever seen. They weren't too afraid of Lobos. You know what I mean? Like, they killed him fairly easy.
Bro, I'm afraid of somebody who eats people too.
Exactly.
Right.
I don't know though. I think you know, don't put too much thought into Camacho not having so many lines, because we don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, down the line, it might.
He's the studio engineer. He can be replaced with Lulu.
This is true. Yeah. I'll give you that. There's no importance to his role, but there's also no reason to kill him. Yeah. Nigga could just fade away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much. Or maybe he owes so many people money. Maybe somebody just...
They're going to put him in a dumpster?
Yeah, or something. We just won't ever see him again.
Yeah.
And I don't think any one of us is going to be like, hey, have you had Macho lately?
Where's Crown for Macho, right?
Like, we ain't even going to notice.
Yeah.
Because that's just how...
Hopefully, I think Scrappy's going to recover. I don't think Scrappy's dead.
I don't know. But what would be the reason? Like, okay, what's the reason?
He's a dead man walking if he recovers. What's the point?
He's not a dead man walking. If you would Raquel's,
yes, he is.
If you would Raquel's crew, you straight.
No.
Everybody stay strapped up. Keep your head on a swivel. You know what I mean? They not gonna put Scrappy right back out on the street. He's still fucked up.
But what would be his purpose?
Right. What is his purpose if he survives that?
And they still don't really know if he had anything to do with the stash house shit either. So what would be the purpose?
They should have made they should have done a better job at making us believe he's dead. You know what I mean?
I thought he was dead, but I'm gonna go back and look.
First of all, he had no noticeable bullet wounds on him, right?
With his head, like it was blood behind his head.
He had lacerations.
They beat him up.
They shot him in the head.
Yeah, he was bleeding out from his head.
Yeah.
Okay, but listen, the building inspector, we know he dead, right? He's not alive. He's not breathing behind that wall.
Yo, honestly, it could have been, it was Corona. They couldn't find another actor, and this dude just could not hold his breath for 2 minutes or something. I don't know. I'm with he's dead.
They should have did a freeze frame then. Just freeze frame, like, yo, freeze frame him right there.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm on the side of he's dead. If not, he gonna die from his wounds. They murdered my man.
Or they could drag him into the house next episode, and then he says one last thing and then dies.
He's like,
I
Unique.
the purpose
Exactly.
of
Unique did this to me. Then that's it.
but they know that shit.
That would be very
Right.
dramatic.
Right.
I mean, she already know that.
Kill him for me.
She knew that before she sent him over there.
Yeah.
She had to know that. She was just okay with taking that risk.
Yeah.
Another person that I think is not going to make it through season 1, I think Nicole, because she might end up being a junkie and an OD.
Yeah.
What y'all think?
Nah, she's done. She's done. That coke got her.
We all know she's gonna be like a crackhead, but yeah, she might die, and that's gonna kill Juke.
Yo, I'm telling you, it's her parents is not gonna like when she get back uptown and she's at the dinner table shaking.
Right.
But what they gonna do?
They're gonna go right to Raquel crib.
What?
I'm sorry, Jukebox crib. They're gonna go to Jukebox crib.
You ever seen white people?
But what they gonna do though? They gonna have her locked
seen
up.
How white people react to their kids?
But she didn't give it to her. Are they gonna arrest her?
She's gonna call the cops on Jukebox and her family and say they doing something. I don't know what they doing, but they doing something.
I got it.
You're gonna see lawyers, cops. You gonna see.
So they gonna make it hot, basically.
District attorney gonna go down there and show. They gonna Lorenz Tate grandfather gonna show up.
Exactly. Exactly.
They gonna make the block hot.
Yeah, they don't play about that shit.
That's true, but
at the same time, those uptown people, they love the drugs.
They do.
Yeah, but your kids though, people don't play with their kids. The mom could be a crackhead for all you know, but I don't know.
Dad.
It's different when it come with kids. Yeah. The dad do look like he take drugs.
Yo, he was losing his mind. He was like, "Would somebody tell me what's going on?"
He was just acting like he ain't see shit. He was like, "Listen, I ain't in this. What happened? I wasn't looking." He's so confused.
Right. I'm like, please, somebody tell this dude what's happening.
I was like, if you ask what's happening one more time, sir,
exactly.
It's not that hard to put it together.
Right.
The math was mathing.
Right.
You couldn't put 2 and 2 together.
You couldn't put 2 and 2 together. The math was mathing. It was right there.
Yeah.
But that'll be interesting. To see how that impacts Juke, and then how she, is with everyone else that's in the industry, I guess.
Also, next week, Julie is going to say, "My cousin's right through that door." And then when Raquel goes to the door, it's going to be Symphony.
You think so?
He's going to spin around petting the cat.
Okay, so then, but why would he even do that? Why would he even agree to meet with her if he knows it's wrong?
Yeah, I'm with that.
I don't know.
Unless Julia doesn't say who it is, but I don't know why she wouldn't say.
Yeah,
but also I feel like I don't feel like it's this innocuous character. I feel like Raquel knows who it is. She just needs a
meet with her.
Yeah, she just needs somebody to facilitate.
Oh, okay. So she knows. Okay.
Yeah,
right.
So I don't feel like it's this person, this in the shadows dude from Brooklyn who's the connect.
Mm-hmm.
She's just like, I can't go approach him on my own. So, set that up.
Right, because she did say, "I know your cousin," and I know him.
Right. So he's probably well known.
Right.
But yeah, she needs that introduction.
Yeah, Symphony's making it out of season 1 though. Nothing's happening to him.
Yeah, I just need to know what.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very curious now to what is his role. It's not just fucking rock. It's there's more.
Mm-hmm.
There's more there. And now that somebody's like, he's the feds, I'm like, oh wow. I don't know. I mean, he could be many things. Because we don't, like you said, we don't know anything about him.
Well, he would definitely have to be over Officer or Detective Howard's head because they don't know each other.
That's true, because he came and picked them up.
And they had a little back and
Symphony
forth.
was like a little snippy with him. But maybe it was just, male egos.
I think that's just two dudes that know that they going that one of them or they both had the same woman.
Yeah.
Woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so what do we think about what do we predict for Detective Howard and this whole Kanan?
He's not gonna die.
Why?
That's Omar Epps, man. You can't kill Omar Epps.
Man, that nigga is as good as that. You think Raquel gonna let her son give this nigga bone marrow, bro? Bone marrow?
But you know what? Kanan do whatever the fuck he want.
Yeah, if Kanan finds out that that's his 15. True father.
He's 15. He can't go on a hospital table by himself and give up bone marrow.
But I bet you Detective Howard can finesse. He's a cop.
Some paperwork?
Maybe. I mean,
so
I'm not sure.
I got a question.
He might drop something on Raquel.
I got a question. How does this work? How does this work? Let's say he does take the bloody tissue to, somewhere to get it tested, right? And it's official that he is the father of Kanan. Does that officially make him in charge, and now he can have decision?
No, because he's not a guardian.
So. He's not on the birth certificate.
He has no guardianship.
Gotcha.
Like my dad right now can't be like, although I'm 27, I make that decision on my own, but he can't be missing a kidney if I was like 17 and I go give up my kidney for him. My mom like, nigga, I've been taking care of you this whole time. That's my kidney until you're 18.
Right.
So yeah. I don't. He's as good as dead.
Yeah.
I mean, it gets revealed to Kanan, and then he doesn't trust his mom anymore. But how much further does it go after that? Bone marrow.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be.
Damn, Detective
Howard. That nigga signing a field trip permission slip or some shit. We talking about giving up bone marrow. She gonna be like, nigga, die. You didn't hear what she said to his partner?
Yeah.
Tell the worst place to be is between a mother and her son.
Mm-hmm.
What does that even mean? He'll know what the fuck it means.
Yeah, she a cop. You know what the fuck that means.
No, but that's what Raquel said. She was like, what does that even mean? He'll know. Just say it to him.
Right.
I think he's going to get real creative.
He's going to die.
And he might end up dying, but I feel like he's going to...
Try?
He's going to try it. Maybe get Kanan. I don't know. He's gonna threaten somebody with some legal something.
Yeah, somebody's gonna get in trouble. Somebody's gonna get in trouble
or whatever.
Maybe he says, "Listen, I'll shut down Unique entire operation if you let him give me some bone marrow." And then Raquel might be like, "All right, yeah, get this nigga out the way. I'll give you some bone marrow." But
she might agree to something like that.
It gotta be Unique. Gotta go down. The FBI, the DEA, everybody gotta come in. Make sure that he's out of the picture. But
nah, I mean, I think Raquel did enough slick shit already for this season. Like,
you don't think she got
what?
Yeah, not me. I'm with y'all, ladies. Not me.
Yo, she's done way too much already, man. Way too much slick shit. You know what I mean?
Bro, hell has no fury like the woman scorned.
What is she scorned about? Selling crack?
It never ends.
It's not.
We're pissed off. We'll go to the moon with some shit.
Yo, listen. There's no end in sight for anybody who crosses her. If you're not her son, this just come from being raised by a single mom, man. Yo, mothers do not play.
That's facts.
Everybody is a fucking lick. If it's not my kid, I don't care.
Right.
That's it. So I don't know.
Wait, who said they did? Did anybody watch Game of Thrones? Anybody on here?
No.
What? Not one?
A little.
No.
Oh man, I'm in the wrong group.
I saw one 3-minute scene, the fight scene.
Okay, well, never mind then.
I saw the Red Wedding. That's as far as I go.
Damn, you started off with the Red Wedding. Shit, that's pretty tough way to start the series.
And King Joffrey's death.
Oh wow, those are like two super big kills. Never mind then. I was gonna make a reference, but dang, I can't believe not one of y'all.
No.
Dang.
Yeah, no, I can't.
Okay. I'll let it slide, guys.
Thanks. That's it for me, like with the death predictions and the other predictions. But there's a reason. There's a reason why we see Kanan at 15 and Howard now, and then Kanan's gotta wait. They gotta wait till Kanan's 18. Like, something's gonna happen, and I don't think they're killing off Detective Howard.
Yeah, I'm just really, I have so much anxiety about just seeing what sets him off.
Right.
Like I just keep trying to think of like what can go so horribly wrong that he just becomes 100% heartless. Like what could it be?
Right.
I don't know.
But I also don't think we got an accurate depiction of who he was in the regular Power. Although, you know, we spent a lot of time with his character, but like granted, he seemed ruthless, whatever, but we got a side of him when he was kicking it with Tariq. Granted, he's a fucking psychopath, and he was like luring him, but we saw very much human. I'm a big fan of shows humanizing the villain, and you know, Kanan got that in the original Power because it wasn't so much coldness. The coldness that he had was towards Ghost in them.
Yeah.
He ain't never really, because even I believe it was Tiffany might have said something. One of y'all said something about Kanan killing Jukebox,
right?
Or in the actual Power. So I went and I watched that scene today, and when they tried to move, I don't know if it was Kanan or Ghost, but one of them was like, no, like when she tried to put the gun towards Tariq, like he actually cared about Tariq.
Yeah.
In a small way. So, you know, he cares. He got a heart there. I don't think.
Nah, but remember, listen, and I'm just having flashbacks to when Kanan killed the guy that was making fun of Tommy. When they were eating, and the guy just kept making you know, white boy jokes about Tommy, and Kanan was just looking at him like, yo, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. And he killed him.
Yeah.
So Kanan is hard.
That's just showing that he likes his friends. Because he never really had an issue with Tommy. It's more so Ghost and Tasha. You know, I don't know, man. I just think that like it's the same way in real life. Like I tell people all the time, I'm like, some of the nicest people that I know are some of the most ruthless people that I've ever met in my life. But they know how to turn it on and off. That also makes you a psycho. But there's always a human aspect to a person, I believe. Like, not everybody is on the chopping block in terms of their ruthlessness. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, I think,
like, you know, Kanan just probably became how he is off of just being around the streets, and you can't be soft.
That's true.
So his mom dies, and he's like, all right, I don't got nobody. Like his uncles, that dynamic is weird because it's very much so, what up, little nigga? It ain't like there's no guidance there. It's not like them is the uncles that's looking out for him type shit.
No.
I don't see Kanan and Lulu interact too much.
Yeah, it's really also, and it's crazy because even Lulu and Jukebox, that diner scene that we got in the last episode before this one, I like that a lot because it showed that like there's more of a families tend to take care of the daughters more than anything. Like I got a little cousin and she gets nurtured by the entire family, but the guys, the boy kids were able to just run the streets, whatever. And you seen that interaction, and he was like, "Jude, eat." Like even shit like that, you know what I mean? Like I don't see them doing that to Kanan. They bringing this nigga around guns, drugs, and murder.
Right.
They don't care about his well-being as much as they care about Jukeboxes.
Right.
So I don't know.
That's a good point.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, it's just a little psychoanalysis of everyone's character in terms of how they treat the kids. From my perspective, because, you know, like I said, he could just have became a product of where he's from, because, you know, when he killed Buck 20, again, you see that innocence. Sometimes just the constant committing of crime is what turns somebody. It's not so much like a specific moment. It's just like, man, I'm so used to this.
It probably just becomes numb.
Yeah.
Because it's so much trauma. Like he's seen so many bodies, so many people have died in front of him just within this past, you know, few weeks.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna be vomiting no more.
Famous is next.
Nah. It's gonna be like routine.
Yeah, exactly.
Famous is next.
Yeah, poor Fame.
I don't think he's gonna kill his mans. I just don't.
Somebody is.
If not Kanan,
I'm with y'all that he gonna die, but I don't think Kanan gonna be the one to pull the trigger.
If not Kanan,
maybe not.
Unique or one of Unique's people.
Easily, yeah. I see that happening more than anything. Because granted, the rap lyrics is annoying, and he violated because he knew
said
it
4 quarters and 2 dimes. Come on, you can't say that. You got to go for that.
I'm with you, but I feel like Unique people gonna do that because that's still his friend, man. He, like I said, he violated, but that's not reason to kill your friend, bro.
Well, I don't know. I mean, bringing the heat back on him.
Right, and if you keep Famous around, all he gonna do is keep putting Kanan's life in his rap lyrics.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be hard to put 2 and 2 together and know that Famous talking about Kanan.
Right, next thing he gonna start rapping about selling drugs by the highway and shit.
Like, yeah, it's to the point where Kanan is like, I can't even trust you to be around you.
Right.
Because you putting the shit in your lyrics because you not living that life.
Right.
I don't agree, man. Because how many rappers, like real life rappers, do we know that they're rapping about their friends?
I don't know.
Like they not dead. But also there's a parallel with this because 50 Cent got a song called Ghetto Quran, and they said that song is the reason why he ended up getting shot. They said that Supreme put a bounty on his head because he's rapping about a lot of people in that song.
Mm-hmm.
And he's saying a lot of shit that the streets only know. And it was like, yo, we gotta do something about him. So maybe Kanan does kill his friend if 50 wants to draw a parallel between his life.
Mm-hmm.
Cause he did, and I know that this ain't come out of nowhere. He narrated that scene. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So as the camera panned to Kanan's face, he says some stuff, and it's like that could be an interesting turning point.
Yeah.
I'm loving the show though. I will say that. Like it was a slow start,
mm-hmm.
and but I'm liking it a lot. It's my favorite power so far.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Really?
You say it's what you mean it's your favorite power?
I don't know if it's my favorite yet. I feel like it's just too early. It's good.
Nah.
And it's different from the other ones.
Yeah.
But I can't say which one I love more.
It's my second favorite. I like the Omari one. Yeah.
The original is the original. Like.
Yeah. Right.
It's
the Tariq universe is third.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love 90s nostalgia. It does something for me.
Now, I do love that. I love how they made like it more cultural than anything. Like,
right.
It's not just the show. It's all these different elements.
Right.
Like the nostalgia, the music, the fashion. Like we can have conversations all day long, talking about all the different facets of the show. And I don't know if we could do that with the original Power.
Right.
Right.
So in that aspect, yeah, that part is better than the original, but I still need time. I need to finish out this season to kind of see. And I also feel like, based on what I just said, it's apples and oranges too. Like, I don't know if you can compare the two because they're two very different.
Yeah, I agree.
Different approaches.
I'm definitely committed though. Like at first I was like, I don't know if I'm going to watch this. I don't know if this is appointment television for me, but now it is.
That's how I felt about book 2, and I felt that way up until like mid-season, like way more, like a little over mid-season. I was like, I don't know, but it came together.
Yeah,
I can't wait for that one to come back. I like that.
They're filming now. I wonder when
they're done.
Oh, they're done with book 2.
They're done filming.
Oh,
okay. Everybody went home. I mean, like all the cast is showing how they left and they back in LA and all this other type of stuff. So yeah, they done with that. Now it's supposed to come out in November.
Except for Tasha. Natari Nolan didn't post anything about that.
Oh yeah.
She's out, right?
Yeah.
She's gone though, right? Is she doing that other show?
Yeah, Queens.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of time for her to wrap up anyway. I don't know.
Yeah, her character was she was becoming repetitive with her character.
Yeah.
And I just wasn't buying her in prison. Like, That's just not the Tasha I want to see.
Right. And that's a wrap for this one. Thank you for tuning in to the Limitless Experience with Eric. Spread love. Peace out.